This is a kind of prelude to the reading. I'm picking up on one hand, and this is just on my initial pull out, but I wanted to keep them. On my pull the Queen of Wands, and the other has the Two of Wands, which is indecision, lack of progress, failed partnerships, lack of confidence on one hand. And then in my right hand, there's card of the Queen of Wands, where there's confidence, creativity, leadership, passion, and warmth. It just made me think of, well, I want to say think of, because I'm not thinking, swimming in thought. If my initial was two different people. On one hand, you have that two of one type of person, in- indecisive, lack of progress, failed partnership, lack of confidence. And then you have the twin ones on the other hand. That's everything that that person lacks. And my initial thoughts again, on me trying to get ready for this read, I have fire and desire is on my mind, and I doodled a circle. But fire and desire, and on it, I'm gonna keep it as a card to add to uh, my notes of a deck that I want for my intuitive thoughts. I want to make my own list of those. But I wrote fire and desire, but I also wanted to put my eyes watering, because it kind of made my eyes water, like not overwhelming. Yeah, don't laugh at my drawing, but I just thought of a hole. My pen was brown. I started with just a circle, and then the circle just got darker and darker and darker. But fire and desire, and someone could be watering or tearing up at the fire and desire that they know that someone has. Everything that they don't have, they lack that fire and desire. Hmm. We'll see how it turns out, y'all, but this is it. That's what I initially just pulled out. On one hand, you got the Queen of Wands. On the, then the other hand, you got your, and then, I saw fire on here. Y'all see fire on there, right? And it's upside down. And I didn't even pay attention that this one has fire. I hadn't even looked at the Queen of Wands, and her fire is up. But y'all, I wrote fire and desire before I even, I think the song Matumbe Sugar Free had just went off. I like to listen to music so that I can zone out and get into my downloads, as you say. Uh, But again, fire and desire. Fire and desire for thought. So we're gonna see where this goes, honey. I did not even notice that these both have fire. I haven't even shuffled these. I haven't even shuffled these cards. So I think we're in for a treat. We're gonna get some clarity, some confirmation. Hopefully, I pray that we get some good, clean questions answered. Whatever. Hopefully we get what we need. But this is for little Danny. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle. I wasn't even, and the thing of it is, I didn't even want to use. Excuse me. I didn't even want to use this deck. I have picked this deck up and put it two or three different places on this desk. So I said, pull out the freaking cards and see. So, y'all, let's see where this goes. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, you guys. So, I just got this shuffling. But this part on Drake got a song. I gotta figure out what song it's on. He say, I wanna be a man. Am I qualified? And I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, with it. I gotta find it. It's not Janice. He got a little R&B breakdown in it. It's hilarious to me. It is hilarious to me. He got like the floating, y'all, it's gonna age me, but Olin Mills. But I'm telling y'all this, Olin Mills was going out of business when I was a kid. So I'm not as old as, and when I say old, I don't even mean to say old because it doesn't even matter. I don't even care about that. It was Olin Mills was a real top notch, little, and I don't even want to call it the hood studios because everybody uses. It's kind of like the glamour shots, glamour photo shots of the 70s, the 70s and the 80s. I think they really went out of business in the 90s. So, but he has a reference to that in there. I had a couple of Olin Mills pictures. Yeah, that's pretty fine. Where they take your just take a picture of me, and then there's another picture of me like in the corner, in another position. Pretty fancy for the 70s and 80s, if you ask me. But anyhow, that might be a little flashback for somebody. I don't know. I don't know what age group that could be for. That could be related to what we're talking about. Because again, hey, again, we are talking fire and desire. And automatically, Rick James and I think Tina Marie, they had a song called Fire and Desire. And that very well felt maybe why it felt like tears were welling up in my eyes. Huh. Mm. Y'all know about that song. That song is really intense. They were in love, even though they were on them medications. Self self administered medication. I don't know what you call it, but that too. But now they had an intense love. Whether it was, how can I say that? Doing toxic things brought them even closer than working together, with their talent and skills. That was just cherry on the top. That was the cherry on the top, and really that's what started them. I believe. I believe that's what when and why they came together. But fire and desire, somebody missing their boo. They know y'all not a good match though. They know they're not a good match because it's animosity and really a different sort of animosity because I'm just feeling like you just understand that it just won't work. We like to be able, and I say we, I just speak in general. We like to be able to find a solution to things sometimes, and sometimes there is no solution. The solution is next. And when I say next, not as in replacement, but path, next movement, next step. I know people think when you say next, they think you're talking about replacing you with the next. No, you have to do the next step to move on with your day, life, whatever task. Shoot, yeah. Thank you. Right. No, no. I hope y'all can hear me clearly. I hope y'all can hear me clearly. Do you have any messages besides what I've been yapping about? Besides what I've been yapping about, what Ten of Cups pops out? That up there. Ten of Cups, divine love, harmony, blissful relationships. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. I'm gonna take that. I believe everything happens for a reason, honey. Ten of Cups up there, divine love, harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, inner happiness, fulfillment, dreams come true, family contentment, total love and support. And then I looked at the bottom of the deck and we have the 5 of Pentacles, financial loss. I take that one as the left out in the cold, watching from afar, watching the show from afar, bird's eye view on someone's life, into someone's life. Gotta watch from the sideline. And not really even insultish. Like, not even as an insult. That's just what it is. That's just where the relationship, friendship, whatever relationship it is, that's just what it is now. Yeah, the other is in there wish fulfillment. But it's not like a bragging. It's not a bragging thing to me. I'm picking up you know that this is something that was to come. You know this is something that this person, I want to say it's just embedded in them for these things to happen for them. They are just in line. This is the path that their life is on. And totally understanding that and knowing that you aren't going to be a part of that, I would water up at the eyes too. I mean, this is somebody that you love and want, and you know you're not right for them. And when I say not right, you know this relationship just isn't just isn't gonna supposed to be. However, y'all, can we make sense of that? Put that together. Hmm. Let me go straight off intention today. Not intention, intuition. May have been someone's intention. Mm. That was, as I said, it's out of intention. So maybe somebody thought that fire and desire in that bedroom was enough to sustain, we'll say, their relationship. I keep going back over to this fire and desire, y'all. You'll know when I'm looking at it. You see this little black dot. Well, not black, it's brown. What do we have up again? The Three of Pentacles is back out. Teamwork. That's what the person is left out of. Hmm. Left out of teamwork or collaboration, learning, implementation, building something. Hmm. This person worked again, y'all. I was about to shut it, and this card is stuck in my hand to stop me. This is how. This is how it ended when I went to. I'm gonna put it with this Three of Pentacles because this is heartbreak. The Three of Swords is heartbreak, grief, emotional pain, and what I just did, you're saying. This person has to watch from the sideline. They understand that. They just understand that that is what it is. And it's heartbreaking. They know they're not going to be a part. They know they're not going to be a part of that teamwork where they worked with people against you. I'm sorry, I got to get used. I have moved around. I got to get used to my left and right again, y'all. So forgive me. But this is the one that wanted to come out. It almost wasn't shown. This was on the top. This fell out of the middle. Someone worked against you. The number three is here twice. Hmm. Heartbreak, emotional pain, suffering, grief, sorrow, divorce. When I get into when I get into divorce, well, that goes with what we're talking about. Separation, and someone that are lost and depressed to possibly be depressed about it. I mean, I mean, if they just couldn't give you, and when I say give, I don't mean to hand someone something. You definitely should. Both parties should be working towards. You should be working towards whatever your goal, mission, task is. If y'all are supposed to be a unit, if you're supposed to be a unit, what am I pulling out this, y'all? And then Tim's coming on. I'm not what you need. And do it not go with? Let's get to the next one. We got any more messages? I'm gonna take that as someone working against the grain, or you all are having a relationship that is ending, but this person still knows that you are worthy of this Ten of Cups. You are a person that can obtain this Ten of Cups. They worked against you to keep you distracted from getting to that Ten of Cups. They very well knew that you had the fire and desire to get to that Ten of Cups by yourself. They wanted to be along the way, is what I'm getting. Before we start this read, also, I put, for we walk by faith, not by sight. Person knows you have. I put that up there with you. Yeah, I put the cards on my head where I feel they need to go. That went up there with you and the Ten of Cups. And that's what broke this person's plans, plots, and schemes away. They didn't work. You walk by faith and not by sight. And to me, that is a wise thing. I don't know how many people may agree with me. I hope and pray that it is a few of my viewers. You know, sometimes you can't believe everything that you see. And when I say, I don't mean like you can't, don't believe that you don't see a car or a tree or things like that. No. Um, someone will show you what they want you to see. Like we had the two cars, the two of wands and the queen of swords, I believe. I have to go back. But people will show you what they want you to see, especially if they have a plan in mind. You know, they can be showing you, I'm here for you, I am supporting you. Hey, let's make, even down to helping you. I'll say I want to say create posters. That may be for someone, and I kind of get the politician, like somebody running for office or something, when I get to saying posters, signs, things like that. Somebody supporting you that much. Let's say rooting for you, man. You think someone is rooting for you like this the whole time. So that person knows that had to be how you got as far as you did. They had plans for you. If you would have followed by what they were showing you, you would not have seen what you needed to see. I wonder who showed and guided you that way. Hmm. But for y'all that want to know that, say that verse is from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. Desire. They know you got it in you. Father, we got any other blessed messages. However, we need to know what is going on. Is this person still around? Can you tell us this person's sign? Can we get an astrological sign? Uh, the Six of Swords came out, y'all. And it's second deacon Aquarius. I call that middle age. So anything 30s and 40s, 30s and up through the late 40s. Aquarius, air sign, Six of Swords. And I'm gonna show you. So I have you sitting here on my computer, and I have the betrayal, the teamwork that went astray over here. This is like this toward where I have you. So, and the Six of Swords is about transition, change. So you got out of this. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm sorry, because I see it. I hope y'all following. I hope you can follow me. We talked about this teamwork, this corrupt teamwork against you, heartbreak, loss, divorce, sorrow, suffering, emotional pain. I'll say emotional gains. Hmm. That this person has you locked in. The gains, the gains. But you learn to walk by faith and not by what you were seeing. Person showing you all the support, all the love, buttering you up. Mm, okay. You found out though. You figured it out, or it showed itself. But now you're in a transition. This looks like you are on the path. And it's a six if anybody wants to, I don't know if you all use those. Transition, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving on. You moving on to that 10 of Cups. Hey. And 10 of Cups, as far as signs, we have third deacon Pisces. Third deacon is after your late 50s, 60s. I say, between up to 70s. What do y'all call? I mean, 'cause I don't just call people senior citizens because they're in their 60s. Your 60s is not elderly. To me, I know they may, call them seniors or whatnot. 60s isn't elderly. To me, you're elderly, maybe like 75, 75, 80. Definitely 80, okay? But yeah, 75. I that as elderly. Y'all may not do it as I do. Y'all may not think as I think, but guidelines as far as yourself. Third deacon would be later here. Not the young people up through 30, and not the people 30 through 50 after that. And that's the Pisces, water. That's where your divine love, harmony. And Pisces, they also represent, flow. They represent flow. To be the person that you are. And I'm talking about flow, y'all. So I told y'all this is coming to y'all. Look, that person on water. So you flow, you just move on to the next thing. The person don't understand how you could do that. They go heartbroken. How could you just walk away? How could you? How could you just move on still on your path? Losing me didn't knock you off your rocker. This is what I'm picking up, y'all. Losing me didn't stop you from moving. This didn't break you down. This didn't make you question yourself. This person tried to. This person tried to affect your. You can take that too. Maybe that's a wound. I only had a brown pen. And this person tried to affect your fire and desire for that 10 of Cups. To accept what they had to give you. To accept what they wanted to provide you and you to stick around and do it. To keep you where you are. This person didn't know the beast that they had in it. That you have in you. I didn't even say the word had. It was a beast. You transitioning, you on your move now. You on your way to it because you're on the path. If you are thinking, are you going the right way for doing what is right for you? I feel the need to say, do not think that you need to be defending yourself. Don't think you need to be sitting and contemplating defense lines to defend yourself against things that are being spoken. It'll be shown. And don't worry about it. You know who you are. You know who you've been. You know what your intentions have been. Lift up my eyes to the hills, from where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. That's Psalms chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. Maybe for someone, I don't know why I felt the need to cover the other, so I won't read it. Do we have any other messages? Any other messages we need to know about this journey that's going? Any advice? Any pit stops we need to make or prepare for? Any messages? Any other messages for help? Okay, okay, we got the Four of Cups about meditating, meditation, contemplation, reevaluating, and disconnected. And that fell on top of your five, your four of your six of swords. You might have all of them. I couldn't get I couldn't get them out, and I'm sitting here looking at the number six. Four of Cups is related with Cancer, water. Third deacon Cancer, meditation, contemplation, apathy, and that can mean wisdom too. They always say with age comes wisdom. Maybe someone that you seek that has that wisdom. When we talked about that third deacon, and maybe some wisdom that you've obtained, to help you get on that path or start that path. Because you have a lot of water out here. Cancer is there. Where Aquarius isn't water, but they are the water bearer. And they are change. I don't want to just say controversy. I don't want to just call them controversial. Definitely outside of the box. Non-traditional. Non-traditional. Open. Open. Very realistic. But they are the carrier of them. Especially think about, water is dealing with emotions, things like that too. And just thinking about Aquarius, how they are the carrier, the water bearer. So imagine being, that's why they're so logical. That is not that they're always right, but that's why can be so logical. This could have been the person in your life. Uh, they're so logical, and they tried to scheme that they just knew it would work because they had it planned from all types of directions. They had it covered from all directions. If it went this way, they had a plan for that. If you decided no, you want to go this route, they had to wait for that to bring you right back where they wanted you. That's what I'm picking up off that. Don't ask me where that came from. But as far as that's on your path, that could have been the reason you started your path. You may be that Aquarius that is in almost top tier control of your emotions. That's what I'm getting to on there when I get to talking about emotions and an Aquarius. The sign itself is toting the water. So imagine being a person that's responsible for the emotions of others or emotions, period. Imagine how logical you have to be. That's a blessing. A blessing. I love a brilliant, strategic mind that thinks in the right direction. And again, that may be why we got this fire here too. For we walk by faith, not by sight. Now, if that ain't a reason, I always talk about Monday through Friday. I'm always talking about getting a foundation with the Lord. That's who I serve. I tell people I don't care if you Buddha, atheist, whatever you do. If you atheist, okay, you have a belief in something. You have a you believe in something, whether you believe in you believe in science, you believe in something, and at the base point is your belief. And again, a belief is still you have faith in it if you believe in it. You see something in it if you believe in it. Something in it resonates if you believe in it. Yes, sir. That's my perspective, though. I'm just Shanny. I'm just Shanny. But that's a lot. Transition, you on your way. Whoever you are. I don't know if you this Aquarius or if you this Pisces or this Cancer. But all I see is water. You reevaluating and thinking, figuring out what you gotta do next to go with the flow. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I just felt that down my back. I just felt a shiver. I'm glad and I'm proud of you. It takes a lot to stand up against your desires, to go for what is for you, to go for what is for you, and to stand on walking by faith and not what you see. Do you know how hard that has to be? I can just imagine, having total faith in a friend, a loved one. I'm talking family. I'm talking about spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, side piece. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not sure. What you need from me? What you need from me? I got you. Oh, you don't gotta answer that. Oh, I got that. What was wrong? What's this? What's that? Yeah. Okay. We have any other messages, Father? I think we on our path to this 10 of cups. Are there any positive tips or any tips that we need to work on to continue this journey that's being traveled? No, I'm still thinking water, y'all, for real. 1064. And that's 10 again, too. 10, 10. Double new beginning. 10. Let it turn into. And 6 and 4 is what? There's your 4. And you already in the middle of doing the 6. So you in the middle of moving on. Just keep on meditating. That's what the 4 of cups is for. Keep on meditating. And I say that's like I'll put that for like budgeting. If we bring it back to life like we need to, I always try to. Um, and when I say life, day to day life, things you're gonna do within the next hours, realistically, budgeting, meditation. You may need to calm yourself down. You can meditate by taking a walk. You can meditate by standing in your yard, grounding. That'll help you disconnect. Disconnect from, I don't want to say disconnect from the world, but disconnect from your thoughts. Stand outside in your backyard and look at the sky. Stand out there barefoot. Stand out there barefoot for about 5 minutes. Unless it's 150 degrees. It's 150 degrees out there and you in direct sunlight like my backyard. But yeah, if you can't do it in the evening, do it first thing in the morning. You got a pet when you take your pet out. That's when I get a lot of mine. I get a lot of my grounding in taking his pooch out. Taking his pooch out to skip and run and whatever he want to do. He likes to be nosy. That may be for someone else too. You may need a pet. Um, let that be your companion. Let that be your companion on your journey. If you just need something to focus on, love and devotion other than the Lord, you need to get you a pet. Redirect that love so that you can continue. Wow, so that you can continue pouring into yourself. You can still love a pet and pour into yourself. It's not as demanding as a relationship. For sure. Not all earth came. This chunk fell out. Yeah, I'm taking it because I opened up with that other deck with what? Then I opened up with the Queen of Cups. I wrote it, I wrote it down. I'm glad I did. I was looking for what I did earlier. So did Three of Cups come out? The Three of Cups came out. We had Three of Cups on that other one. And then Queen of Cups was you. And here it is again. And I'm going to see what is going to get you to this Queen of Cups twice. Um, I'm gonna link it. I don't know if you pick up on the same vibe I did, but it sounds like a confirmation to me, and I'm wrong with it. Hopefully you feel the same. Are you this earth sign? Because I promise, let me put it up here because you don't. Y'all just do not dance. I know I know these videos is tarot cards and things like that. But when you have an intuitive, when you just feel something and you just know it and you can put it into words and then you pull the matching things that we have to process it because I'm feeling and learning and doing these things while I'm talking to y'all. So I'm embracing it for y'all also so that I can even relate it to you. But look, how did all three of the earth signs come out? Now that's a hell of a queen. Now tell me that's not a hell of a queen of cups. Everybody know, everybody know. I ain't even read it yet. And I see the hermit. But everybody know when you dealing with earth signs, you automatically gonna think of stability, foundation, building, details, luxury, comfort, stoic, loyal, reliable, just all kind of stability. And y'all got each of them. And when I get to thinking about the hermit, that's what I really wanted to elaborate on. And I haven't even thought of what this possibly means, but I see pentacles and cups. Pentacles is tangible things. Pentacles is I can go and buy, or I got access to now. You know what I mean? I can go get this. I got access to go to a studio. I got access to a studio now. I thought I would never be able to have it. No, I don't. Right now, I'm speaking into existence. I'd love to do a podcast. I'd love to do a podcast. I can go on and on. And I'm so quiet outside of speaking and talking on here. Quiet. Quiet, quiet. But I have not pulled these before, and I have not been pulling cards for a long time, but I've never pulled out. And they all in the same. Look at the triangles, y'all. Put it back in. Yeah, that's you know, I'm trying to do it with these nails so y'all can see them. Look at all the triangles. I gotta see what those are. For real. I mean, it was just lined up. That came out together. Y'all have seen me shuffle these cards. You have seen me shuffle them. You have seen me, I don't know what else you call it besides shuffle. You've seen me put them together and shuffle them up and down. Then you see me do them side to side this whole read. For these to come out all together, to me, that leads me to believe that this is the person that you are. Mm, go ahead. Whether you're a female or a male, you're one of them. You're in the Queen of Cups energy. You standing on business. You are business. You embody it. You probably got a lot of angels too. You probably got people happy to work against you. It don't matter. You take a licking and keep on ticking. Just like you move. That's what you do. You move on. That's why people can't stand you. And you probably send people back to do this. I was gonna say you send a mother. You send a mother. What are you? I can't even say it like I want to. You'll send them back and make them go and recalibrate. You go sit down and get your thoughts back together. You messing with the queen. You send them back to recalibrate their thoughts. They go think again. Okay. Okay, Billy Badass. Okay now. But you stand on it. If they go come, they better come correct. You full of fire and design by what you do. And walking by faith and not by sight to show them to you. That's why they gotta go and recalibrate. They gotta go and I say because that's not even on here. I'm just telling you recalibrate meditation, contemplation, reevaluation. I'll put that as recalibrate. Go and study again, baby. Go try again. You still ain't there. I don't know who I don't know who this for. I done read your sign. I done read them signs out. But this right here, I'm saying you are the earth sign. You may have been dealing with Aquarius or the water signs. Aquarius, Cancer. I did not see Gemini here. Um, Gemini's in air. I see Pisces and Cancer out here. So you're not out here either. Y'all seen that, y'all? Hold up. Them ain't out here. But all of this is water. And this person don't even got no water in these cups. They sitting by the water thinking. They looking and seeing you over here moving and going on to that bigger creek. Cause it's a creek in that 10 of cups too. But anyhow, y'all, I'm sorry. I can get carried away. Queen of Cups is full of compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, healing, emotionally stable, intuitive, and caring. Hmm. I had a video earlier this week about let them know why you are the queen that you are. And it's funny that this comes out again. But this must be a queen month or a month of, or I'm reading for a particular set of a couple of people. Hmm. Cause here go that, what's call it? Here go that out in the cold card again. Here go that out in the cold card again. And I was talking about that person felt on the cover earlier. They were outside of, or they was working against you. Okay. They was working against you. Oh, that's why they thought they had something. That's why they recalibrated. That's why they gotta go and reevaluate. They thought they had you at a financial loss. Lack of mindset, loss, isolation, worry, need, poverty. Uh, and that's the five of pentacles. That's what they thought they had you in. Taurus, first deacon, you know, that 30s to your 40s, 30s up to 50. Um, oh, I am sorry. First deacon is the younger, 30 and under. Hmm. That's the state of mind that they remembered you in. You done grown up and they pulling old tricks. They pulling old tricks. And you was able to see it and start moving on, which sent them recalibrating. They thought they were gonna have you in poverty, insecure about yourself, not wanting to put yourself out here. What you starting to do? Are you considering going into politics or something that'll have you? I think it's something that you need to be either voted for or something that you have to compete for. I keep seeing like um, rally signs or something of that sort, or cheering for. Maybe someone's cheering. Maybe people are cheering for you. I saw that also, you know, about you thinking that somebody was on your team doing it, but you do have some real supporters. They thought they left you out in the cold when they pulled that move, and they just sent you in the hermit mode right here. They sent you in the hermit mode. Virgo, earth sign. Hmm. Soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independence, inner guidance, meditation again, consciousness. So they just sent you back to the lab. What's the, is it Frederick Batman's I'll say handler? Can we call him Batman's handler? I know somebody know the actual answer. Please enlighten me. I believe his name was Frederick. That's what they did to you. You just went back in the lab. You went in the lab and figured out what you seem like you on your way to your dream. I just call it the dream, your 10 of cups. Whatever you are favoring, whatever you consider your harmony, whether that is if that's a peaceful environment, a peaceful relationship, a peaceful workplace, a new set of friends, or a friend that you get along with. It seems like you all have a few things in common. It doesn't seem like one is focused on if the other is doing better than the next. There's nothing but support there. You may have found a family member that you didn't know about, and you all have picked up and started a relationship, a kinship. Total love and support keep coming up. Dreams coming true. Like you may have a chance to get the family. You know, somebody wants kids. You may have been with somebody that knew you wanted children, knew you wanted a family, and I'll say the American dream is not a dream, but the American dream. They knew that you were serious about a family. And I know a lot of people talk about legacy. And when I say legacy, I ain't talking about some, things that you don't have, memories living for a million years here and there, but memories and things that you can cherish for life, even if it's, your kid passing on that support and that love, that genuine ship. Someone knew that you had that. Kind of courage, got them. It's just to think about it too. Somebody knew that's what you wanted. They weren't ready for that. They were gonna play along as long as they could. You on your way now? That's what you trying to get. All by faith, not by sight. Hmm. Five of Pentacles. I didn't save your money up to move on. Saving money, security, conservation, scarcity. I just try to keep an eye on things. Like I talked about earlier about budgeting. This person thought that they had you because of I guess they thought you didn't. Guess they didn't know that you saved or budgeted. But you had a rainy day. You had a rainy day stash. And hey, that could be $100. Heck, you might just need it sometime. Enough money to be able to get away to get you a room for the night. You might have just needed to escape for safety. And that ignited a thought in you, ignited your next move that you needed to make. Being able to get away from and had an epiphany. I'm not going back. It's the last time I was leaving. I'm not going back. I'm not talking about that again. I'm just thinking that, hey, you might have just you might have had enough Uber ride to get to the next location. The person didn't know your will and determination for you. They thought you picked them over you. And that they recalibrating, that they reevaluating. Hmm. All of that time, thinking, hurt, and loss was your motivation. If that was your motivation, hmm, hmm, got any ending message, Father? Keep standing in your queendom. Keep being the queen you are. You know you on your way. We rooting for you. If you ain't got no other supporters, I'm pushing for you. My earth signs, it sounds like my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Y'all done came together and built a hell of a queen. All them qualities. Not just let's not just focus on the word of the sign. Those qualities. That is what that queen is embracing, embodying. Excuse me. Look at all that water around her. Y'all know water is emotions, feelings. Look at that chalice she got. And she just looking at it, admiring it, letting it overflow. Everybody around, everybody around, everybody around you blessed because of you. Everybody around you is receiving blessings that pour out from you. Whether it's your presence when you walk in a room, being somewhere, got a healing, I want to say a healing touch, a caring touch. Like like who, you know how to touch someone comes to mind. You know how to touch someone, whether it is and you know when it is not, the touch can possibly calm people down. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's the end of it. That's the end of that for me. So you got any closers that you want me to fill out? Yep. Difficult decisions. You had to make difficult decisions. Weighing options. Avoided deadlock. And it was slipped over. Made the right choice. You had difficult decisions to make, but you made the right choice. You had to weigh your options, reevaluate, thinking, and hermit. This is two squares, but put it in for you. You're no longer, you're no longer unsure. You're aware that you have to make a decision. Now, Libra is them scales, honey, right or wrong. And they're also the sister sign of Taurus. They share the, not sister sign of Taurus is Scorpio, but we share Venus. They share Venus. It's in harmony. Do right, do unto others as you want done unto you. I don't know if y'all could hear that song that was just playing. I think it was EJ Echo. A little more love. We need a little more love. Just came off. Okay, y'all. Don't have to making the difficult decisions that you're gonna have to make. You will have to make them, and you're gonna have to stick on them, no matter how nurturing, compassionate you are and want to be towards them. You have difficult decisions to make so that you don't end up like this, undecided. Keep it going. God take care. Thank you for your view. I hope and pray it was a blessing to y'all. It was a blessing for me. Very soothing, explainable, relatable. I hope and pray it resonated with someone and motivates you to keep on doing what you're doing. Keep stepping in your, keep them 10 toes on their neck. Step on them with both feet. Don't put one foot on the neck. Put one on both sides. Figure that out. Or put one on their chest too. Put one on the neck, one on the chest. About being you and about yourself. I can think of a better person that you should do it for. Can you? Stand 10 toes about you. Queen of Cups. Go make them study again. Go make them think again. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm getting back to that T.I. Let them know. And you let them know without even attempting. You don't even have to try. You let them know. That's 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 what's so heartbreaking to them about it. It ain't no way to come at you. What can they take from you? When you got you and you got the Lord, what can what can someone take from you? You know, they can take these worldly things, they can hurt the people that you love, but you still you still have to be you. You still have to continue. I don't think a lot of people process that. Okay, yeah, you acting like this, you do that, you say this, life still goes on, and people don't accept that. People don't understand that at the full capacity. They only hear it. Some of them feel it, but they don't live it. Okay, y'all. I just felt that needed to be said too. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for your view. Hopefully, y'all have subscribed. I'm going, y'all. I got some errands and stuff to run. Like, shoot, I got stuff to do. Okay, y'all. Take care. Thank you again. See you later.